Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jake. And today, we are taking you to one of our favorite places in the world.
The coffee shop.
Yes, and honestly, Sarah, I have a confession to make.
Oh, really? What is it?
So last week, I was in this new coffee place near my apartment. Really cool place, with the exposed brick walls and the little plants everywhere. And there was this huge menu on the wall. And the barista looked at me and said, "What can I get you?" And my mind just went completely blank.
Wait, your mind went blank? You speak English.
I know, but there were so many options. Flat white, cortado, pour over, cold brew, nitro cold brew. I just stood there like,
So what did you say?
I said, "Just a coffee, please."
Ha ha ha, just a coffee, that's it?
That's it. And the barista looked at me and said, "What kind?" And I panicked again.
Okay, so if you had trouble, imagine how our listeners feel when they walk into a coffee shop in an English-speaking country.
Exactly. That's why today's episode is so important. We're going to teach you everything you need to order coffee like a native speaker. No stress, no panic, no pointing at the menu.
By the end of this episode, you'll know the exact vocabulary, the exact phrases, and even some secret tips that will make the barista think you're a local.
So grab your headphones, maybe grab a coffee too, and let's get started.
Okay, so Jake, let's start with the basics. When you walk into a coffee shop, what are the most important words you need to know?
Great question. Let's go through the essential coffee vocabulary first. Number 1. And this one confuses a lot of people. In the US, the sizes are usually small, medium, and large. Pretty simple, right?
But then you go to Starbucks and suddenly it's tall, grande, and venti.
Exactly. Tall is the small one, which makes no sense. Grande is medium, and venti is large. But here's the thing. You don't have to use those Starbucks names. You can always just say a small, a medium, or a large, and they will understand you perfectly.
That's a really good tip. Don't stress about the Starbucks names. A small coffee is a small coffee.
Number 2. The type of milk. This is important because the barista will almost always ask you. The options are usually whole milk. That's the full-fat one. Skim milk, or some people say non-fat milk. That's the one with no fat. Then there's oat milk, which is super popular right now. Almond milk, soy milk, and coconut milk.
And if you don't say anything, they'll usually use whole milk by default. But if you want something different, you need to say it.
Exactly. For example, can I get a latte with oat milk? Easy.
Number 3. Hot or iced. This is simple but important. If you just say a latte, they'll make it hot. If you want it cold, you need to say an iced latte.
And then there's cold brew, which is different from iced coffee. Iced coffee is regular hot coffee poured over ice. Cold brew is coffee that's been brewed with cold water for 12 to 24 hours. It tastes smoother and less bitter.
Oh, I love cold brew. Okay, number 4. For here or to go? This is the question you'll hear in almost every coffee shop. For here means you want to stay and drink your coffee in the shop. To go means you want it in a paper cup to take with you.
And in British English, they might say takeaway instead of to go. So, eat in or take away.
Good point. Number 5. Let's talk about the types of coffee drinks. An espresso is a small, strong shot of coffee. A latte is espresso with a lot of steamed milk. A cappuccino is espresso with steamed milk and a thick layer of foam on top. An Americano is espresso with hot water, so it tastes more like regular coffee but stronger. A mocha is a latte with chocolate.
And a flat white. This one is really popular in Australia and the UK. It's similar to a latte, but with less milk and a thinner layer of foam. Very smooth.
Okay, great. So now our listeners know the key vocabulary. Let's put it into practice with a real conversation. Jake, you be the barista, and I'll be the customer.
Sure, let's do it. Okay, here we go. Hi there, welcome in. What can I get for you today?
Hi, can I get a medium iced latte with oat milk, please?
Sure thing. Would you like any flavor in that? We have vanilla, caramel, and hazelnut.
Ooh, vanilla sounds good. Yes, please.
You got it. Anything else? Maybe a pastry or a sandwich?
What do you recommend?
Our blueberry muffin is really popular. We just baked them this morning.
Okay, I'll take one of those too.
Perfect. So that's a medium iced vanilla latte with oat milk and a blueberry muffin. Is that for here or to go?
For here, please.
Great. Your total is $8.50. Card or cash?
Card, please.
Just tap right here. And your drink will be ready at the end of the counter.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Okay, so let's break that down. Did you hear the key phrases? The barista said, "What can I get for you?" That's the most common way they'll greet you. Not, "What do you want?" That sounds too direct. "What can I get for you?" is friendly and natural.
And then I asked, would you like any flavor in that? This is something that surprises a lot of people. In many coffee shops, especially in the US, they offer flavor syrups: vanilla, caramel, hazelnut, pumpkin spice in the fall. If you don't want any, just say, "No thanks, just plain."
And my answer was really simple. Can I get a medium iced latte with oat milk, please? Let me give you the formula. Can I get plus the size, plus the drink, plus any customization? That's it.
Let's practice with a few more examples. Can I get a large hot cappuccino with almond milk? Can I get a small Americano, black? Black means no milk, no sugar. Can I get a medium mocha with whipped cream?
See? It's always the same pattern. Once you know the formula, you can order anything.
Okay, let's do another dialogue. This time, things get a little more complicated. I'll be the customer and you be the barista. And I'm going to be a picky customer.
Oh no, okay, let's go. Hi, welcome to the Daily Grind. What can I get you?
Hi there, can I get a large latte, but can you make it with half oat milk and half regular milk?
Sure, we can do that. Hot or iced?
Iced, please, but not too much ice, like half the normal amount of ice.
Okay, so light ice. Got it. Anything else?
Actually, can I get an extra shot of espresso in that?
Absolutely. So that's a large iced latte. Half oat, half whole milk, light ice, extra shot. Anything else?
One more thing. Do you have any sugar-free vanilla syrup?
We do. Would you like that in your drink?
Yes, please. 2 pumps.
Perfect. That'll be $6.75.
Here you go. Oh, wait. Do you guys have a rewards program?
We do. Just download our app and you can start earning points today.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay, so that was a more advanced order. Let's look at the useful phrases. Not too much ice or light ice. This is very common. Some people don't like a lot of ice because it waters down the coffee. You can say light ice or easy on the ice.
And an extra shot. A shot is 1 serving of espresso. If you want your coffee stronger, you ask for an extra shot or a double shot. If your coffee is too strong, you can ask for a half shot next time.
And 2 pumps. When they add flavor syrup, they use a pump. A small drink usually gets 2 pumps, a medium gets 3, and a large gets 4. If you want less sugar, say just 1 pump or half sweet.
Now let's do a third situation. This is the one everyone dreads. Something goes wrong with your order.
Oh, this is so important. Let's do it. I'll be the customer this time.
Sure, here you go. 1 medium iced latte.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think there might be a mix-up. I ordered this with oat milk, but I think this has regular milk. It tastes different.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Let me remake that for you right away.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No rush.
Here you go. 1 medium iced latte with oat milk. Sorry about that again.
No worries at all. Thank you.
Okay, so the key phrase here is, I think there might be a mix-up. That's a really polite way to say, you made a mistake. You're not accusing anyone. You're being friendly about it.
Exactly. Don't say, "You gave me the wrong drink." That sounds aggressive. Instead, "I think there might be a mix-up," or "I think this isn't quite what I ordered," is much better.
And the barista's response is also useful to know. They'll usually say, "Let me remake that for you," or "I'll fix that right away." And they won't charge you again. That's normal.
Another useful phrase, no worries. This is super casual and very common, especially in American and Australian English. It just means, it's okay, no problem.
Now let's talk about some expressions and idioms that are connected to coffee. These are fun, and they'll make you sound really natural.
Number 1, not my cup of tea. This actually comes from British English, and it's about tea, not coffee, but everyone uses it. It means, it's not something I like. For example, horror movies are not my cup of tea.
Number 2, let's grab a coffee. This doesn't literally mean to grab the coffee with your hands. It means, let's go get a coffee together. It's a very casual invitation. You might hear, "Hey, do you want to grab a coffee sometime?"
Number 3, wake up and smell the coffee. This means face reality or pay attention to what's obvious. For example, you think he's going to change? Wake up and smell the coffee.
Number 4, a coffee run. This is when someone at the office goes to get coffee for everyone. "Hey, I'm doing a coffee run. Want anything?"
Oh, that's so useful for the workplace. Number 5, my daily fix. People say this about their morning coffee, I need my daily fix. It means they need their coffee every day. It's a little humorous because fix can also mean an addict's dose.
And number 6, a pick-me-up. This means something that gives you energy or makes you feel better. "I need a pick-me-up. Let's get some coffee."
Love that one. Okay, now let's talk about common mistakes. Jake, what errors do you hear a lot?
Mistake number 1, saying, "I want a coffee," instead of, "Can I get a coffee?" or "I'd like a coffee." "I want" is grammatically correct, but it sounds a bit rude or childish in English. Always use "Can I get?" "Could I have?" or "I'd like."
This is huge. In many languages, saying I want is completely normal and polite. But in English, especially in a service situation, we soften it. I'd like a cappuccino, please. That please at the end is also important.
Mistake number 2, confusing black coffee and dark roast. Black coffee means no milk, no cream, no sugar. Dark roast is a type of bean. It's about how long the coffee was roasted. You can have a dark roast with cream or a light roast that's black. They're two different things.
Mistake number 3, not knowing how to say the prices. If the barista says, that's $4.75, they mean $4.75, not $475. And you might also hear 4 1/4 for $4.25 or $1.50 for $1.50.
A buck means $1, by the way. Very casual. That coffee was $5, means $5.
And mistake number 4, pronouncing espresso as espresso. There's no X. It's espresso, not espresso. This one drives coffee people crazy.
Now, let's talk about some cultural differences. Coffee shop culture is really different depending on where you are.
In the United States, everything is about customization. You can change absolutely everything: the milk, the syrup, the temperature, the number of shots. Nobody will judge you for a complicated order. It's totally normal.
In the UK, coffee shops are a bit more traditional. You'll see more tea drinkers, obviously, and the sizes are usually just small, medium, and large. No fancy Italian names. Also, tipping is not as expected as in the US.
Speaking of tipping, in the US, there's usually a tip jar at the counter, or they'll ask you on the screen. $1 is normal, or you can hit the 15 or 20% button. You don't have to tip at a coffee shop, but it's appreciated.
In Australia, coffee culture is really serious. They're famous for flat whites. And don't order a regular coffee because they'll look at you funny. Be specific. Also, Australians don't really do Starbucks. They prefer independent coffee shops with high-quality beans.
And in Canada, there's Tim Hortons everywhere. If you go to a Tim Hortons and want a coffee with 1 cream and 1 sugar, you just say, a regular. 2 cream, 2 sugar? That's a double-double. It's a whole system.
That's so fun. Okay, let's finish with some practice. I'm going to give you some situations, and I want our listeners to think about what they would say. Ready?
Let's do it.
Situation 1. You walk into a coffee shop. You want a small hot latte with almond milk. What do you say?
You say, "Hi, can I get a small hot latte with almond milk, please?"
Perfect. Situation 2. The barista asks, "Would you like anything else?" You want a chocolate croissant. What do you say?
Yes, I'll also take a chocolate croissant, please.
Great. Situation 3. You get your drink, but they gave you hot instead of iced. What do you say?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I think there might be a mix-up. I ordered an iced latte, but this one is hot.
Exactly. Polite and clear. Situation 4. Your friend is at the office and asks you, "Hey, want anything from the cafe?" What do you say?
Oh yes, please. Can you grab me a medium cold brew with oat milk? Here, let me give you some cash.
See how natural that sounds? "Can you grab me" is the perfect casual phrase for this.
Situation 5. Someone asks you if you like a certain type of coffee that you really don't enjoy. What could you say?
Honestly, mochas are not really my cup of tea. I prefer a simple Americano.
Haha, see what you did there? Using the idiom. Perfect.
Okay, everyone, let's do a quick recap. Today you learned the essential coffee shop vocabulary, including sizes, milk options, and drink types. You practiced 3 complete dialogues: a simple order, a customized order, and fixing a mistake. You learned 6 coffee-related expressions and idioms. And you got cultural tips about coffee shops in the US, UK, Australia, and Canada.
Your homework for this week is simple. Go to a coffee shop, even in your own country, and practice ordering in English in your head. Or, if you're feeling brave, actually order in English, and tell us about it in the comments.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss our next episode. We post new lessons every week.
And leave us a comment. Tell us, what's your go-to coffee order? We want to know.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Go grab a coffee.